We're just a few hours away from that meeting between President Obama and the Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao. Joining us now from Washington, D.C. is Gene Ma. He is the Managing Director at the International Strategy and Investment Group. He's with us from D.C. Gene, thanks so much for joining us. We're so glad to have you with us, especially on this day. You've spoken out in the past about Timothy Geithner and saying, quite frankly, he is twisting the wrong arm. What do you mean by that, Gene?
The idea is that it's not only the U.S. is complaining about the currency issue, but also the Europeans and the Japanese also complain the RMB issue. So basically, if Washington wants to have a more effective result, maybe Washington should talk to Tokyo and Brussels and to talk about RMB together.
So, Gene, what is the best thing that can come out of the meeting today between the Chinese premier and the American president? What is the best thing that could happen?
Well, in my view, Beijing will try its best to avoid a trade war. The reason is that China has much larger trade surplus and U.S. running a trade deficit. In the case of a trade war, the surplus country will lose a lot more than a deficit country. So Beijing will try its best to avoid this kind of a disaster scenario. So I think I'm pretty hopeful some result will come out from this talk, and Beijing will continue to appreciate RMB relatively quickly, and maybe say from 6.7 right now to 6.6 or even 6.5 by the end of this year, which means we're still hopeful for another 1.5 to 3% appreciation for the rest of 3 months.
All right, Gene, we thank you. Gene Ma joining us there from our bureau in Washington, D.C. He is with the ISI Group.